Hello, learners. Professor Joe here. In today's video, we are going to discuss another important question that is asked in an interview. That is, tell me about your weaknesses. So let us see how are you going to answer this question when it is asked in an interview. Now, before we get into that question, I would like to do a small recap about the previous videos that we have done related to interview questions. So we have understood in the first video the science behind why an interviewer is taking interview. Then the most important question, tell me about yourself. The next question, what attracted you to this role and to this company? The next question was, why should we hire you? In this video, we are going to cover the question, tell me about your weaknesses and what are you doing to overcome this weakness. So let us see how you are going to answer this question and what is the interviewer looking when the interviewer is asking this question to you. Now, there are two reasons. One is from the interviewer's side. Now, if an interviewer has a long list of people whom they have to interview, they have to first see how they can eliminate people very, very fast. So they ask this question after the first introduction part, they will ask this question. What is your weaknesses? Because that is where they exactly come to know whether this candidate is fit for this role or not. That is part one. And part two is from your side. The interview is trying to assess whether you are aware about yourself and about your weaknesses and what are you doing to overcome these weaknesses. So basically, there are two angles why this question is being asked. Never start by saying like, I don't have any weaknesses or I have never thought about it. Because when you answer in this way, the interviewer feels that you really don't know yourself. So it's very, very important that you do not answer such things. On the other hand, the interviewer feels that you are a bit dishonest by saying, because everybody has some or the other weakness. So when you say you don't have none or you're not thought about it, it's very clear that first, you're not aware about yourself. Second, you're being dishonest. Some people go overboard by saying, I'm a workaholic or a perfectionist. That is also not good. Okay, so you have to be somewhere in between, not the extreme left where you don't know anything about yourself, not the extreme right where you are a workaholic or a perfectionist. So you have to be somewhere in between. That is always the best. Another important thing that you have to remember is when you're talking about your weaknesses, make sure that it is not the core need. Your weakness should not be the core requirement of that job. Say, example, you are going for a sales role. And communication is one of the important skill that is needed in sales role. And you say communication is my weakness. Then that is not going to work. Even if you're ready to work on it, it will not work. So you need to understand the job description. And then you have to decide what you are going to speak over here. Now, a person can have multiple weaknesses, but what they have to disclose depends upon the person. So it is very, very important that you understand the role properly before you disclose your weakness. Another important thing while talking about your weaknesses, don't make it about your personality. Try to make it about your skills. Because if you say, I'm a short-tempered person, then it is very, very difficult for a short-tempered person to become a normal person because it really requires a lot of efforts. Very, very difficult. But if you say like, I am a shy person, then yes, it is easy for that shyness to go away. Like when you start interacting with people, when you start talking to people, when you build your confidence, then you can overcome. So always try to use such weaknesses which can be easily overcome. Yes, it should be your weakness, but it is easy to overcome. This way, the interviewer also understands, yes, you know your weakness. At the same time, you can work on it and overcome. Now, a few examples of weaknesses is I am a shy person. I am an introvert. I speak only when I am very, very comfortable. I am bad at public speaking. I am hesitant to say no. getting stressed over small issues. These are issues that you can work on. So, for example, if you say shy, I already gave you an example. If you are an introvert, yes, again, the same thing. You start meeting people, you start talking to people, automatically, that introvert person will automatically start talking to people. If you say you are bad with public speaking, a few presentations and you are good to go. It is all about practice. So all these weaknesses that I have displayed over here, and then there are many more. Of course, you can find what is your weaknesses and you can Google it and you can check. But these are few which you can easily share with the interviewer. And on these, it is easy to tell that yes, you're working on it and you're trying to do multiple things to overcome. Remember, the question was not only tell me about your weaknesses, but what are you doing to overcome? So, this is where you have to tell about your steps. What are you doing to overcome your weaknesses? So, we start with attending coaching classes, speaking to mentors and getting guidance from them, reading books, watching videos, taking guidance from seniors, and making an attempt to talk to new people within the organization. So you can say these are the few steps that you are taking to overcome the weaknesses that you have. Now, here I'm giving you a small sample answer. Say, example, if you say your weakness is that you are a shy person, then how are you going to answer? Yes, one of my weakness is I am a shy person. I normally speak only when I'm very comfortable or when I am pushed to speak. But I'm working on this issue. I have joined a public speaking course for that. I also speak to my mentors and my seniors and take guidance from them to overcome this issue. I am also collecting a lot of information how to overcome this issue by reading books about it and also watching videos. At the same time, I'm using my skill to talk to new people and overcome my shyness. So when you put this all together and when you answer this question, tell me about your weaknesses, and you talk that you are a shy person and these are the steps you are taking to overcome them, the interviewer will be very, very confident and happy. By this time, the interviewer knows that you are aware about your weaknesses, you know what the issue is, you are ready to work on it and take corrective steps to overcome it. Do not worry. Interview questions are not to put you down. All you have to do is prepare yourself and you can clear any interview. So I hope you have understood through this video how you can answer the question, tell me about your weaknesses. If you love the content that I am creating, please like and share. And for more such videos related to interview skills, personality development, and finance, please subscribe to my channel. All I can say is keep learning, keep growing. Thank you. Namaskar.